who is the CEO of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Nashville. And Mr. Perry, let's pick up where we left off during the end of that first segment and give you an opportunity to talk about the organization itself, about your organization and the service and all of some of the other things that our viewers might be interested in this morning.
Well, very good, Dr. Haney. We match a caring adult with a vulnerable young person. Becomes part of that child's team, if you will. And we've been doing it better and more effective than anybody else in the business for a number of years, as I said before. We've experienced some tremendous growth during my tenure here. When I first started, we were serving about 5,000 kids a year in Middle Tennessee. In 2009, we served over 2,500. Now, our vision is to, in the next 3 to 5 years, serve 5,000 children minimally on an annual basis. And to basically explain the need that's out there, however, is probably in excess of 75,000. So there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. One of the things that people don't always understand about Big Brothers Big Sisters, they know about what we do. They know we do one-to-one mentoring, and we do it better than anybody else. But they don't also know that we're a great place to invest resources. And it is an investment, and that's why I said at the very beginning here that I prefer the term social profit. You know, people can invest their time to become a big brother or a big sister. They can invest their talent to become a board member or help us out on one of our committees, or they can invest their treasure and make an investment with us, because Big Brothers Big Sisters is a professionally run organization. The services that we provide to the children and families that we do serve are free, yet we're a paid professional staff. A lot goes into making matches. I mean, background checks, reference checks. We carry a lot of liability insurance. We have ongoing match support with clinically trained social workers, most with master's degrees, that do a fabulous job. We've had a direct impact in this whole push toward school reform. The kids that come through our program compared to their peers do better in school. They get better grades. They want to be there. So their attitude changes. And I've always been of the belief that I don't care how much we do on this whole school reform thing in terms of, you know, let's hold teachers more accountable, let's raise the standards, let's make sure that these kids are passing math tests and English tests, unless they pass life's tests. Unless they want to be there, we're still going to be having this discussion of why our schools aren't where they should be. So we're a critical component of any serious strategy to enhance our schools. So if somebody volunteers to be a big brother, and we particularly need men, we have on our waiting list right now about 292 to 300 kids. Over 200, I want to say 208 was the last figure I saw, are boys.
Waiting for
somebody to come and spend a little time with them. You know,
and that's all they're waiting for the most part, somebody to get involved. Is that what we're saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. And most of them are young African-American boys. All we ask for is an hour a week, 4 to 8 hours a month. We probably waste that much time in line every week waiting for a caramel macchiato somewhere, you know, and just do what you normally do. Talk about life, maybe help them with homework, listen to them, find out what's going on in their life, see what what their dreams are. You know, are they thinking about going to school, and exposing them to things that they might not otherwise have an opportunity to do. You know, a lot of the kids come primarily from single-parent homes, so-called underprivileged kids, but these are all great kids, good kids that have themselves said, I want to do something with my life. And let's not make a mistake. One of the things that I tell people, Dr. Haney, that I don't think we often think about is that these kids who have said that they want to mentor, in many cases are already being mentored right now, but they want the right kind of mentor.
Okay, good.
Right?
That's a good point.
You know, I mean, you know,
somebody's already telling them how to do it.
You got the gangs trying to mentor to them. You got the drug dealers trying to mentor to them. I mean, some of the things that they have on television now, that they listen to on the radio, the violent video games and those kinds of things. That is what's competing for the attention of our young people right now. So if we can get, especially men, to man up and show these young boys, you know, what it is to be a man, because a boy's got to see a man to be a man. And, you know, we're really excited in particular on that side of things with a nationwide movement that we have now with, right now, 3 of the historically black Greek fraternities,
Okay.
Alpha Phi Alpha, Kappa Alpha Psi, and Omega Psi Phi, that have formal relationship with Big Brothers Big Sisters to mentor young African American boys. We expect the Sigmas and the Iotas to be on board here shortly on a national basis. Here in Nashville and the surrounding communities, we're already working with all of them, including the sisterhood organizations as well. So if any Greeks out there, they need to get involved. They need to go to mentorакid.org, mentorакid.org, and see how they can get involved. And
you know, one of the things about it, Ms. Perry, is that I'm often curious. Have you done any research in reference to why African American men, males, refuse, perhaps not refuse, but are reluctant to become involved in mentoring and some of the things that you were talking about?
Well, you know, one of the things that's really interesting about that is that there is this perception that black men aren't engaged in their communities.
Okay.
There are a lot of brothers that are out there that are doing things, albeit on an unofficial basis, that are coaching youth teams, that are teachers, that are working through the church and so forth, and with their relatives to mentor. But we need more guys to do this official one-to-one mentoring, because the studies have indicated that it takes that kind of consistency, that kind of strength and length of a quality match to have the desired effect on these young people. Meeting with a group of kids, you know, once a month is better than nothing, but you know, we need that one-to-one time. You know, there's somebody in each and every one of our lives that made a difference in who we are, that shaped who we are. Whether it was our father or mother, whether it was an aunt or an uncle, whether it was a coach or a teacher.
Somebody's there.
Somebody is there that lets you know that you matter. And anybody that claims to be Horatio Alger and said that they pulled themselves up by their own bootstraps is either deluding themselves or lying, because we all had somebody help us.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Somebody to point the way. And that's essentially what a mentor.
That's it. That is absolutely it. Somebody to just show the way, show that there is more out there than one might think, to help them think outside of their box, or maybe the neighborhood or community that they're locked in. I mean, we've got a group of children in our Amachi program, which focuses on those that have a parent incarcerated.
Okay.
And an old U.S. Senate report said that those children face a 7 in 10 likelihood of following in their footsteps.
That's right.
Without intervention. You know, so why wouldn't we? You know, and in our own communities, why wouldn't we take the first step to do something? This is not something anybody else can do for us. If we aren't doing something, then we don't have anybody to blame.
Very good. And of course, we're going to take this second commercial break, and we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short after